So with that said, TJ, obviously getting your initial thoughts on the not just the 50 to, I mean, obviously, yes, let's just embrace the fact that for once we didn't have a nail biter, to grind it out type game. Michigan absolutely dominated, took care of business like they should against a Northwestern team like this. But I actually want to ask you, before maybe we dive into some of the nuts and bolts of the game, I wanted to ask you from the recruiting perspective, given what just happened Thursday with Bryce Underwood now officially committing to Michigan at the game. At least it looked like he was at the game from the footage that I saw. And with his girlfriend, it looked like, and some other folks. There were other recruits. I mean, what type of message, TJ, does it send when not only do you win a game 50-6, but you actually Michigan was able to spotlight some of the younger players. Jordan Marshall was out there. Micah Kaapana was out there. I know Zach Marshall isn't at this point like a super young player, but I saw him out there, our buddy Zach Marshall. What does that do just from a psychological perspective as these recruits are watching this game?
I just think the program as in a totality is at a high right now. I think everybody's just there's the backing from the administration, the alumni, the donors, the whole athletic department, right? And then you have all this momentum on the recruiting trail. And then, Sharon's got to be feeling like $1 million right now, literally. And it's just, then you got these young dudes getting their opportunity, being told this week, you're going to get some run. And they made the most of the opportunity, man. We saw Jordan Marshall play very well today.
Yeah,
we saw Micah get some action today on the field, which is great to see, right? So, yeah, man, it was a great game overall, man. I mean, let's be real here. The team played well, like fundamentally sound. I mean, I know the Davis Warren interception was garbage, but like outside of that, he played really well tonight.
He did.
It was good play calling. The defensive game plan was on money.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great night overall for the boys. And honestly, this is the perfect storm, to be honest, for next week. We have a lot of momentum on this program. Now we'll find out Saturday what the deal is, but it really, all things considering, where we are as a program, just getting our 6th win, we could not be in a better position than what we are heading into this week with everything that's going on. And we're about to get more good news in a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. And it was great to see some recruits at the game. And just, this type of thing, I just think from a psychological perspective, it really does help. Most importantly, like we said, there was more use of Kalel Mullings tonight. If we want to start diving into some of the, Sharon Moore said, bring your best game plan to the table, right? He basically said, you're coaching for your job. That's as close as he's ever going to get to saying you're coaching for your job in a public setting, right? Bring your best game plan because it's time to show it. And I will say, at times I was actually pleasantly surprised with what I saw. And part of that was seeing more of the Kalel Mullings effect. So he was back. He had a fantastic couple of runs. He had 3 touchdowns today, Kalel Mullings. And I think that Donovan Edwards was still getting used, maybe a little more than to my liking. You and I were debating this in text, that Kalel Mullings just went off for a giant run, and then they brought Donovan in.
Yeah.
I think that was maybe the one time this season when I was like, I'm okay with it. Let Kalel catch his breath for 2 seconds, and then he was right back in the game. So I'm okay with that one time as a player management thing. But I mean, just in terms of the player management, both on offense and defense, I mean, what was kind of your take on the game, the execution of the game plans and like how they did?
Well, John, and as a lot of people are pointing out in the chat, and John, this is what you've been hoping for like 5 weeks now. Sharon was calling plays tonight. It appeared to be that was the case. It looked like it from an eye test. It did not seem like a Kirk Campbell called game, which may be foreshadowing for the not too distant future on his coordinator role in the future. But Yeah, I mean, I think, dude, defensively, offensively, it was a well-coached game. And not only was it a well-coached game, the players played well. We got a Amir Hall interception. We got, dude, the pressure. Josiah Stewart, Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham. I mean, it was just a Jay Sean Barham playing very well today. I mean, just the team as a whole stepped up, man. And this is what's really good about everything from recruiting to on-field play. The momentum for this program heading into the offseason, and the momentum's only going to snowball. I can promise that. Into next season, bro. Yo, it's gonna get hype. It's already hype. It's about, I mean, some people are like, man, can it get any hyper? It's gonna get a lot hyper. So dude, the program's in a great place. I mean, if I'm a rival, which I'm glad I'm not, I'd be sick to my stomach because you guys thought we were gonna be in a down year, things were gonna suck. You're still hoping and wishing. I noticed the allegations to save your ass. Michigan's coming, bro. Pause before your neck. For real, dude. Like, it's game over, son. It's game over. Michigan's back. We're back.
Yeah, and just like looking at the distribution of both sides of the ball, of the players that played, seeing Kalel in there, Jordan Marshall with some yards, obviously towards the end of the game, but he was getting a little bit of play there. 7 carries. Really like seeing my guy Fred Moore have a couple of receptions for 26, including a 20-yarder. Fred Moore, who I was saying in the offseason, watch out. Well, maybe now we're starting to see him do a couple of things. I mean, it's still we also saw Tyler Morris double up from his normal 30 yards a game. So that's very exciting. And overall, 195 receiving yards for this Michigan squad is pretty all right. I mean, that's about as good as you've seen. Normally it's like 50 yards, 100 yards. No, this is actually like a legitimate passing offense today that we saw.
Davis Warren was 5 yards from 200 yards. And like, considering breaking 100 was almost an impossible task earlier this year, we will take that. And like, I know we got some Buckeyes in the chat. It's like, it's Northwestern. Listen, I don't want to hear it, bro. It's a great day. Excellent victory for us. And you guys had your little struggles with Indiana. I don't want to hear that shit. I mean, obviously you blew it off in the second half, but your first half wasn't so sweet. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And by the way, score check. We beat Northwestern better than you guys did. Take that. That's another L for you. Enjoy your L's.
Very true. And
so for those who don't know, Ohio State beat Northwestern 31-7. Losers, bro. Losers.
Yeah, and I will say, I think there's two factors. Things are starting to make a little bit more sense to me now about how this team has been this year, right? Because number one, right, let's be real, the schedule was not an easy schedule. Okay, this is probably the closest to a cupcake that Michigan has played since the early 3 games of the year, right? This is about, like, everybody we played. Indiana's a top 10 team in the nation, right? Granted, Washington, not so much. Illinois, I believe, was like 23rd, 24th, something like that. But most of the people that Michigan played have been good. I mean, Oregon's number 1 in the country right now? Oregon. So Texas is up there, top 5, top 6.
Yeah, everyone's
so it's a murderer's row, man.
But there's no excuse. I mean, we all know we should be better.
That was going to be my second point, right? So look at that point is number 1, and then number 2, the execution had significantly improved today. While I believe Sharon Moore is calling, I think they just pulled a 2021 on us. Is what I think, and what I mean by that is Josh Gaddis was still technically the OC. He was still he was given, I believe, like 3 plays to and he could pick from one of like a couple of plays, right? Maybe Kurt Campbell had some input, but I will say it looked like 2023 all game, right? Whether it was more I formation, whether it was utilizing fullbacks in a way where they could actually you could trick the defense. They could actually catch the ball, right? Ben Bredesen catching the ball. That to me sounds like a Sharon Moore thing. I think that's something he likes to do. Get the fullbacks, get players that you don't expect to be able to do certain things, so the defense isn't expecting it, Like, that's what Sharon Moore did last year, right? And the year before. Remember that time, like Donovan Edwards throwing the ball, whether it was the time Kalel Mullings threw that weird pass in the Ohio State game. I mean, these are the types of things that Sharon Moore does that confuses defenses a little bit. And I just don't see Kirk Campbell making those types of decisions. This to me was like, Bryce Underwood's at the game. I'm putting on a show. I'm taking play calling. Kirk, you can have between two different options here and there. You can chime in, whatever. But a couple other on the defense. We haven't really talked much about the defense, and I've got to say that Wink. I have been very critical of Wink Martindale and his stupid fucking sunglasses. But here's the thing.
Whoa, hey, what the sunglasses do to you, bro? What do you mean?
I can't. I like the turnover buffs. I'm a fan of the turnover sunglasses, but yeah,
hate it.
but Wink today called a very good game.
Yeah.
At every segment, everybody was in their appropriate position, and he was able to dial up the pressure on Northwestern's quarterback. He was really under a lot of it really messed with his flow to an extent where I don't think we've seen that from other teams against Northwestern. But he looked really like he was seeing some ghosts, and he was really having some trouble there. And so I think that's part of it too. The defense played exceptionally well. You had 6 sacks today. There have been games earlier this year with 0 sacks. Now we're up to 6 sacks. Hausman looked good. Kenneth Grant. I saw Zeke Berry get a couple of good ones in there. I love this because it reminds me, TJ, of last year's defense when it wasn't just one player who was the flashy player. There were like a bunch of players on the stats on the box score contributing sacks, contributing tackles for loss, contributing assists all through the game. That was a hallmark the last 2 years of Jesse Minter. Here it is with Wink Martindale. So what did you see? Did you see a lot of that yourself? What did you see from the defense today? Because I really liked what I saw personally.
Listen, holding Northwestern to 10 yards rushing the whole game, a total of 117 yards passing, 5 for 14 on third down. It was just an excellent called game from start to finish. He just did an excellent job. Now, granted, there's a talent gap here. We know this.
Yep.
But still, Wink was not playing defense like this week 1. This is called progress. So he is learning. He is growing. We'll see how the Ohio State game goes. But he's definitely he appears to be finding some rhythm or a groove or at least some form of balance. It appears to be so. Now we'll find out as we get more sample size. We'll see, obviously, with the Ohio State game, obviously with the Duke's Mayo Bowl. These things will give us a greater indication of is Wink. And just so you know, like as I've stated, I think Wink will. I'm quite confident Wink will be back next season.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's pretty much a lock.
Yeah,
I think today. If there was any doubt, today I think was his. Hey, I'm here to stay. There's just it's very glaringly obvious that it's the offensive coordinator that needs to be upgraded. Sharon, as good as, and I actually think Sharon is one of the better play callers Michigan has had in the last 20 years. I don't think that's an unrealistic statement given the Bama game in particular, where he really laid it all on the table at 4th and 2 with that route to Blake Corum there in their own backed up. Michigan backed up in their own side of the field. So, but he can't. I don't think he can do it all year next year. And also be the CEO of this franchise in today's day with NIL. No. I know Lincoln Riley does it. I get it. I know others do it. But I do think that having somebody who's an experienced hand is going to take what we're already seeing today and bring it up a few notches. Right. So Sharon can focus on big picture.
Yeah, I would agree. It's, he needs to be the CEO of the team, not a
Yep.
coordinator. Fully expect some upgrades this offseason.
So we have 11 super chats. Any final thoughts you wanted to give before we start hitting super chats?
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine, bro. That's my
Yeah,
final
it
thought.
is.
Things are good. Like, honestly, the program is in such a good trajectory right now, and it's like we're good, dude. Like, it's good. Shit's good, bro. Like, fuck the record. Shit's good. We're good.
Absolutely. Already 45 down and just 55 to go to get hour 2. So we are officially 55 away from unlocking the second hour. And then I'll also put from the third hour. So that way you guys know how much we need for both, just for transparency's sake. So that's super chats, that's super stickers, that's memberships. So join our membership program for just as low as $2.99. You can also gift 1 membership, 5 memberships, 10 memberships, 20. We saw somebody gift 20 memberships on Thursday, I believe. So it's possible. Our boy GT starting things off with the 5, and for all those who are calling in, just be aware we take all super chats first because of the contributions and generosity of the community, and then we will get to callers. I promise you, it may be the second hour of the show that we get to callers. We're going to take all super chats first, though. But GT with the 5, great way to send out the seniors with their last game at the Big House. I didn't even touch on that. Shame on me. It's the seniors' last game at the Big House, making this kind of statement. Also, great to see the O-line play well. They showed up for Bryce today. Absolutely true.
Yeah, it was an excellent final game for the seniors to go out on. Last time out of the tunnel. And, it's something for real. They'll remember the rest of their careers, and they got the victory. And it was a hell of a win, man. It was a great night for everybody tonight.
Very true. Elisha Bowman, great win, guys. Tyler Morris, legacy game. This one, okay, yeah. This one actually, Tyler Morris did look pretty solid. Still not a 100-yard game, but I will say, I was texting TJ, wait, are the receivers actually doing things today? They actually don't look like ass warmed over. It seems like they're working on stuff in practice. It seems like they're running routes better and getting more separation. And I understand part of that's the talent of Northwestern. I get it. But I also think that it's clear that they're working on it.
Well, I will say 1 catch for 9 yards is a big deal for Tyler Morris.
Hey.
That's high production for him sometimes. So they're doing their best right now, but upgrades are on their way, so I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, that is hard. That is hard facts right there. It's very exciting. Friend of the program, Andrew Marsh, as one of them, who's coming in next year, and can't wait to see what he is going to do among many others. Elisha Bowman, one word, wink. Yeah, look, Wink did a good job today. I've been very critical, extremely critical. He did a great job today. He dialed up the right amount of pressure, but he didn't over blitz. And he had the players in the right positions. And like I said all along, if the players are in the right positions and they take an approach similar to 2022 and 23, they're going to win most games on that alone with 4 first rounders, or at least 3 first rounders.
Potentially 4. Yeah. I'd say potentially 4. Kenneth Grant might slip into the second, but Wink's been playing better as the years progressed. He has his moments, but today was a great day.
Very true. Wolverine casual with the 5 going all caps. Wait for what to go public? Why do you do this to us? Talking about the commit, I believe.
Okay. We're on commit watch. That's where we're waiting to go public. And you're like, well, why don't you tell me a name? Because that'd be effed up to ruin it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And plus, I got in trouble over the summer for doing that.
Yeah. So that's, guys, we would love to tell you everything that we know. We would love to. Isaiah Hole says the same thing. Now, we don't claim to be Isaiah Hole, but I like what he says in this regard, this statement, where we have to be a little bit careful because if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, it may actually adversely affect. And we're at the point in our channel where what we say could throw a bit of a wrench, maybe in a recruitment. So I feel like just being a little tiny bit careful is never a bad thing.
Plus, what me and John are starting to see is our quotes are getting in articles. So we have to be very mindful now. On top of that, we don't want to ruin a surprise. It's a surprise. So it's like it's we're not here to ruin anything. So we'll let it play out. I'll say this, it's supposed to be tonight. We'll see.
There you go. Emily or Emil Robinson with the 2. What's wrong with Walker? We need him. Did he get banged up? I feel like I remember. He got banged up earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's injured or
not. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Michigan Lover YouTube member as well in the house right now. Elisha Bowman 30. Yes, this is hard facts right here.
I didn't know that. That is nice.
Hard facts. 35 runs, 35 pass, very balanced offensively, and I will add 201 rushing yards and 195 receiving yards. Also pretty balanced in production, in yardage.
Yep.
So 100%. Love that when Bryce Underwood is watching, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is now. I mean, you know what's funny? I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? Sharon's the ultimate chess player. He intentionally sucked all year so he can get donor support. Yeah. And then once Bryce came, he put it in high gear. And now we're great again. Chess player, bro. He's a chess master.
4D chess. We do have, at least for now, we do have the smash back. So if y'all want to hit the smash emoji in honor of getting Bryce Underwood, you know,
it was earned.
Re-earned. We brought it back.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. We got more super chats here. Thank you all. Oh, wow. We got Kaoki Cop and coming up here later doing a super chat. So this is very exciting. GT with the 10, YouTube member, contributor. Awesome. We have every right to be excited about putting up 50. It doesn't matter who it's against. The team we have seen all season couldn't have scored 50 on a MAC team if you gave them 6 quarters. So this was great. That hard facts from GT.
Yeah. Do we not remember the Arkansas State game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Arkansas State, guys, is not very good. I mean, I know they're 7-4, but it's the Sun Belt, okay? And
Sun Belt, Fun Belt.
Yeah, they're just not good.
We've got associate recruiting director of the program, or at least honorary, Nick with the 5. Puffin time, got to smoke this hard to celebrate a 50 burger tonight. Ryan Day equals pussy with $2 signs. Hashtag moving that coke. U of M. Here, and he's giving it. Wow.
Score prediction.
Giving a score prediction, official Nick score prediction. Michigan 28, Ohio 24. Hey, with what I saw tonight, it's like I remember TJ, you and I were texting earlier in the week. I was like, Michigan has the opportunity to do the funniest thing imaginable. In Columbus, a 5-5 team beating, destroying Ohio State's playoff hopes. Because I don't think if Ohio loses to even a 6-5 Michigan team, I don't see them getting in. I hate to say it. I think that might be the dagger.
I'd have to look at it, but it might be curtains for Ryan Day.
That would be hilarious.
Although they're probably in the same boat Penn State is. Who are we going to get better?
Yeah. Wolverine casual with the 5. Low key, something I really liked. After Jadis had the unsportsmanlike conduct, Sharon pulled him aside and yelled at him. I liked being a coach. Yeah. Sharon looked different today. And by that I mean I saw more energy. I saw more I saw the guy that I saw in the Penn State postgame that I wanted. I wanted that guy as my coach.
Yeah, his demeanor was, he had a demeanor today. I mean, we all can understand why. He probably, listen, he just bagged the number one player in the nation, generational quarterback. He's feeling pretty good about himself right now. And also, you're right, Biff was there. Biff was there also. Connor Stallions was at the game today. Shout out to Connor Stallions, the legend.
Legend.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, just a great day. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, today was a weird, for me, John, maybe, I don't know, people watching, it was a weird day for me. Like, I feel unfazed. I don't care. Like, we're good. Like, I know we're good. And I'm just riding through the motions now. I'm kind of ready for the off season, but like, everything is all gravy right now.
Absolute facts. Wolverine casual again. Another one. DJ Khaled. Absolute best game of the season. Number one and number two, as you just mentioned, Connor Stallions confirmed at the game. Coincidence?
Nope. Listen, Connor Stallions mattered in that recruitment. The manifesto lives.
Yeah, I think you want to talk about some 4D chess. How about going to Belleville, becoming the play caller, and basically being in the coaching staff that is in Bryce Underwood's ear a little bit there, hanging out a little bit, just doing whatever he can. He still loves Michigan.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, think about this, okay?
Yeah.
He whoops Ohio State's ass for 3 years. The entire NCAA and college football world's after him. So he just goes to the high school level and gets us the number one player in the nation. Like, that's legend shit, man. Legend status, Connor Stallions, bro.
Very true.
That's wild, bro.
All right. And it just continues to roll. Elisha Bowman with the 50 yards against Oregon in the second half, 18 yards against Indiana in the second half, 0 points given up in the second half today. Wink is getting it. Yeah, look, Wink I will give him credit. He is adjusting. He is what he's doing now versus what he was doing early in the season. I think he's adjusting to the college game, which I was skeptical he could. I was very skeptical. I thought he was just going to keep going on that ridiculous blitz all the time. I thought he was going to keep putting Mason Graham in the wrong position, and just these idiotic things that he was doing. Well, now it seems like he's settled down on that and simplified things a little bit, just slowed down a little bit, and it's clearly working.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he's definitely earning his spot next year for sure.
Detective Loki, who is usually one of our Oprahs and giving memberships. I can't see who got it. If someone can help me out, but because the chat just keeps going fast and furious, which we love. But somebody just got 30 free days of Those Who Stay Will Be Champions, thanks to Detective Loki. So really appreciate that. Detective Loki, for doing that every single episode. We really do. Thank you. And here we go. Friend of the program was on Thursday night. Kaoki Kaapana and Micah, of course, played today. He did get a couple of opportunities. One is more of a decoy kind of motion guy, and one actually where he did gain a couple of yards there. This was the kind of...
Yeah. I felt like he had it if he just made the right decision there. Before, I think he was a little unsure of what to do once he got to the, the outside wide receiver. Part of me wonders if he took it outside, would he have the angle to be able to go up the sideline? I feel like there was a potential for a home run hit there, but yeah, he did great. I mean, it was cool to see him. It was pretty exciting.
The future is bright. Today, and what's crazy is, TJ, this is before all the flashy 2025 people come in. This is before they raid the portal. The future looks bright, even with some of the players that are going to be playing next year that they have on the team right now. So imagine, add this, and then bring in Andrew, obviously Bryce, Andrew Marsh, Olesh, Babalola, Yes, Colston Loveland goes to the NFL. Yes, that's a big loss. However, the piece is coming. Potentially, very likely, Derek Meadows at 99, because that was a Fong bomb. That's public that there was a Fong bomb, which basically means, very, very, very high likelihood that he is flipping to Michigan. Those are the types of weapons that are going to be coming next year, TJ. So that's that. It's great. It's great to see some of that today as well with the current crop.
Yeah. 100%, man. I mean, it's in the portal is going to be special, or strong. I don't want to oversell it. It's going to be a very strong portal. So, yeah, man. Listen, I told you the teams. That's why I'm good, bro. Like I'm in such a good place with this all. Yeah, we got some games ahead of us here, but the reality is Michigan is going. There's not a team in college football that doesn't fear us right now in terms of our NIL capabilities. Like, if anyone's looked at what we've done the last 48 hours, the players we're targeting, we're essentially the bully on the block taking lunch money. Like, we're good, man. Like, talent will never be an issue. It should never be an issue again, man. Ever.
Yep.
We'll be all right.
And I also just want to point one thing out, and then we're going to get to Detective Loki. As we've said all season, we call it straight. And when the team needs improvement, we talk about it. When they have a good day, we also point it out. Today was a very, very good day. The last couple of days have been very, very good days. Shout out to Larry Ellison. Shout out to everybody who has participated in any way, because Michigan is bringing it. And it's so good to see, because 2 years ago, when I was hosting this show, I was like, oh my God, like, if they just tapped into some of the resources, and now they're doing it. And this is what I thought would happen if Michigan fully embraced NIL. The possibilities are endless.
See, the portal donors haven't even been unleashed yet. The portal donors have not even been unleashed. Like, it's just getting started, guys. It's crazy. Like, it's quite something right now.
Absolutely. Detective Loki with the 2. Davis winning. Alex Scorgi 70. Slide Howard 20. So he's predicting a 70-20 game against Ohio. That would be hilarious.
All right, that would get Ryan Day fired.
Yes.
If that happened, he'd be there's no way. I mean, I'm not saying no way, there's no way that he would survive that.
All right. Ramez, who loves Michigan, donates to NIL. $5 adds up. Yes. It all adds up, man.
We're looking to do our part on our end for our show. All right. One thing I can guarantee you is there is a company we're working with, which I've already kind of talked about, that is with the NIL Champion Circle at Michigan. We will be working with. There's another company we're working with that's associated with our NIL. So we're trying to do our part with our show for sure.
Very exciting. And oh my gosh, we are rolling here, guys. We are rolling. I love this. We are already at our second hour, and we are $38 towards our third hour. So I need to do the math on that. So bear with me as we do that. But we're going to keep rolling on these super chats. Tom with the 5. Just got home. I had to miss that game today. Man, I wish I'd seen it. Go Blue. Tom, always
missed it.
Always great to have you no matter what.
Yeah, thanks for watching us, though. It was a good one, man. Check it out tomorrow or later after our show.
Yeah. We had that was a party. So that's good. Detroit Kyle with the 2. Yes, this is hard facts. Bryce Underwood Aura just elevated the offense. Yes. It did look like that. I mean, the whole team just played with a different energy.
I think it mattered. There is a vibe right now with this program, and I don't think it's just Underwood, by the way. I think it's literally the confidence of we can do whatever we want. If like right now they're going after the number 1 edge player, the Georgia kid. I forgot his name right now, but actually I got it right here. Isaiah Gibson, bro. Like we'll see. I'm not, but point being is Michigan doesn't give a shit what player is committed to what program. They're literally calling them up, trying to take people's girls, bro. You know what I mean? Like they're literally like, we are the dude right now who doesn't give a shit if your freaking wife is married. We're hitting her up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's up? What are you doing this weekend?
Holy shit. Moose.
Oh, you got kids? Don't worry about it. Come.
Oh man.
I got a
We're
yacht.
almost at hey TJ, we're almost at our 3rd hour now. People dropping all kinds of stacks right now.
We got the number 1 Michigan community on YouTube. It proves itself every show.
Yeah. Seriously.
And John, we had Kinetic on Thursday night. The generosity of everybody for Kinetic was insane. So again, thank you for that as well, guys. It does not go unnoticed. We appreciate that.
It really is appreciated. Everybody just rallying. It really is an awesome community, and it's growing. Every single show, it's growing. And thank you for spreading the word to your friends, to whoever who might be a Michigan enthusiast or just an enthusiast of good football talk. I mean, it might be a fan. Like we have Bama fans who come in here. Even Buckeyes will come in and listen in because they enjoy the analysis. So all kinds of different fan bases for sure.
Hey, and shout out to Juju. He's like, the mic sounds better. All right, boys, here we are.
Yeah, there it is.
We upgraded the mic.
Upgrade.
We put super chats. I reinvested into the. You know what I'm saying? You got to reinvest, bro. If you want a good ROI, you got to invest. We got the Shure going. We're doing the damn thing. All right, here's the thing though. If the mic if anything messes up audio wise, I might need to get a new amp. And if I have to, I will.
We have unlocked our 3rd hour, and we are now starting towards the 4th hour already. So here we go. Antoine. Oh, let's actually we didn't get to this one. Cameron with the 5. Ryan Day's pregame Penguin hop around still cracks me up. He is such a tool. Why does he do that? Does anybody know? Is anybody here a Buckeye and knows the thought process behind the Penguin thing?
Bro, it is a goofy program, bro. Like it is like, the little dance their team does sometimes before the game. And it's like, they're just goofy. And like, he thinks it like hypes him up. Like he is a cornball. He tries to be like tough. Like he's not it. I mean, all right. I'll be nice. He's a great offensive mind, but he's I don't know. We all know he's
Antoine King with the 2. Can you give us a hint on the OC name you've heard? Antoine, if you've listened to our show and what we've said, I think we've given enough hints. You got to really listen in, but I think we've given enough hints where you can piece it together.
I have said the name that I have been told that it is. And we'll see. We'll see. That's the hint. And the hint is it's a legitimate play caller.
Yeah. Our guy Blue Wolverine. I love this guy because he is on the YouTube verse, and he goes on the Michigan shows, but he also represents Michigan on enemy territory on a regular basis, defending the program against the ridiculous and absurd things that these Ohio people say, whether it's stuff about the hammer, whether it's stuff about who knows. There's always something out. Connor Stallions, whatever. Blue is there in the paint defending the Michigan football program, and he's dropping a 50 burger. What a roller coaster of emotions we have went through as fans since 2020. That's true. That pick of Connor and Underwood is diabolical. Go Blue.
All right. I'm glad you just brought. Okay, the pick of Connor and Underwood it's freaking iconic. That is the biggest FU to all the little brothers out there who were crying all year Ohio State fans, oh, the hammer, the sanctions are going to drop. Your Christmas is going to be ruined, sunshine. Just like you believe in Santa Claus, your little fairy tale's about to be over here in like 2 weeks. And by the way, we are doing a receipts show on Monday. We may have to do another receipts show for all these Buckeyes, and we might have to get Moose on here to eat some Buckeye tears, bro, because like they taste delicious and they're a clown show, man.
Thank you so much, Blue.
It's a clown show, bro.
Absolutely a clown show. And I'm going to encourage everybody to throw the blue Wolverine emoji out there as a thank you for this $50 here.
I just remember, I got to stop talking about Santa Claus, bro. It's Christmas. Children might be watching. I got to do better. Do better, TJ.
Okay. Santa's real. Santa's real. I saw him. I was at the Pentagon City Mall, and he was making an appearance.
Yeah, he's out all the time.
He's doing his world, because he does his world tour before he does the presents. He's doing his world tour at all the malls. And
you got to make the public appearance first. You know,
photo shoots,
and then you go to work.
Right.
That's how this works.
Aaron Burke, welcome to the Connor Stallions espionage team. Aaron is the newest Connor Stallions espionage member. That's $9.99 a month. It's our highest level membership. Gets you access not just to our members only hangout, not just to the emojis and everything else. You get to DM with us. You also get access. I'm gonna do another post very soon for Connor Stallions members only, which is a call for content. In other words, content ideas or ideas that you have for the show. At that level, you contribute into the suggestion box ideas for the show, and we will do our best to use some of those every month, and we have in the past. So we'll do another suggestion box for Connor Stallions members. Aaron, you're part of that. Thank you so much for seeing the vision and coming in at the Connor Stallions level.
Also, there are children watching.
Okay.
Commenters have proven this.
Okay.
So, keep moving.
GT, does anyone know how I can buy an Oracle as a thank you to Larry?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do like security systems, right? Don't they? Isn't that what they do? I think you got to buy a security system. If you happen to own a business, maybe buy one.
Yeah.
Anyone out there who owns businesses?
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. And how about let's throw some more emojis out there because we have the Moose emoji, because Moose just gave a $50 super sticker. Thank you to Moose. Moose, folks, for those who don't know, if you know, you know. But for those of you who might be newer to the game here, Moose has been an invaluable member of our community, moderator, contributor, and even has helped us in kind of off-air ways, whether it's recruits, whether it's intel. Moose has been amazing, and that's why he gets his own emoji. And he's here, and we want to thank him for the 50. I hope you're feeling better, Moose, and really glad you're here with us every week.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout to Moose, man. I'm sure you were enjoying the victory tonight.
Yeah. Because I'm sure he liked it because it was very 2023-esque, and I know he liked seeing the execution do well. Yeah.
It looked like a good football team.
It did. GT, shout out to Nick. I don't think it's any coincidence that within 1 month of us putting him in charge of recruiting, the entire program turns around. Yeah, Nick is another one who goes hard in the paint, gets those recruits. Whatever means necessary.
Yeah, I mean, all right. You guys want to know my source? It was Nick, our recruiting director, aka Cocaine Man.
And for those kids watching, that was a joke as well.
Just candy canes.
Yeah, candy canes.
The candy cane man.
That's right. That's exactly what he is. But thank you to GT. Elisha Bowman with the 5. I don't know, guys. I think the wide receiver weapons we are expecting to get, and a better O-line and offensive coordinator. I think Warren is just fine next year as a backup quarterback.
Bro, I had to finish that. I had to finish that super chat. I was going word for word there, and I was like, "Where's he going, Warren?"
Yeah.
And then, all right,
backup.
All right. So here's all right. This is interesting. Hey, apparently they're going to go after a transfer quarterback, and Miller Moss seems to be the name that keeps coming up and up. So we'll see. Apparently, Underwoods are okay with this as well. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems interesting to me.
Yeah, I expect and I said this when I stopped by on Thursday. I expect them to get somebody in the portal who's not expecting to start, somebody who's going to play a depth role, whether it's QB2, 3, 4, somewhere in there, whether it's like a Jack Tuttle type who is like a backup role, whether it was an Alan Bowman who was more of a depth quarterback. I think that they'll do that, so that Bryce Underwood has an experienced quarterback who he can learn from as he is taking the reins and kind of adjusting to the college game.
Yeah, well, if it's Miller Moss, he's not coming here to be a backup.
Right.
So it'll be interesting how they handle this.
Elisha might sound crazy, but I think there's a legit chance to get Loveland and Grant to come back one more year. Throw a $4 million bag.
I don't think it's happening.
I
think Zavada's more realistic. I think Zavada's more realistic.
Yeah,
because he would be drafted probably no earlier than 6th round, likely maybe 5th.
Yeah, 5th or 6th.
Do that. But I mean, I don't know if they'd be willing to spend that money on a kicker. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting how they handle this.
Yeah, I don't think Loveland is possible. Grant is projected lower, so there's a remote world maybe. But the thing is, guys, even with the adjusted NIL, even with the significant higher sums that they're going to be spending, there's the signing bonuses in the NFL. When you get to the higher levels, are in the 20s of millions of dollars in cash, and you get that when you sign, right? It's a signing bonus. So the NIL package would have to be very significant for. I don't think Loveland. I don't think they could match it with Loveland.
If it's a
Grant,
3rd round or later is doable. Anything above 3rd round is
tough, really tough.
Yeah, it's real tough.
Luke Spalding honestly couldn't have asked for better performance from what I've seen. Show out for the recruits as well. Go Blue. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a great night to do it. I mean, some big recruits, that were at the game today, and not only that, I mean, everybody, like, the Underwood thing shot a shockwave across all of recruiting, all classes. There's definitely a spotlight on the program now. So definitely a great, I guess, second act to the great week we just had.
Very true. Thanks for the contribution, Luke. GT with the 5. If my son's toy plastic hammer thinks it's a hammer and really, really wants to be a hammer, can we call it a hammer?
Only if you're a Buckeye, because they live in Fantasyland.
Yeah, or a Sparty. They're really down bad, dude.
Sometimes they live in the same land, John.
I think Sparty's in a whole nother world of delusional.
Well, we all know the Buckeyes are the little brothers, little protector, so we all know how that goes.
Absolutely. Oh snap! Okay, well, we'll get to this one first, but Jobu, $2. Notice of allegations response Monday. What's next is Monday? That then the NCAA gets 30 days to respond back.
Is it Monday?
I believe it's either Monday or a surrounding, because that would be the.
Well, if it's Monday, then so we're going live. I'm going live 8:00 on Monday. But I mean, if that thing drops, then we're going live. We'll figure it out. We may have to hold off on the receipts, because that'll be pretty important, I think.
Yeah, that would be more the big J journalism segment there. Blue not only dropping a 50 burger, but now Blue is gifting 5, not 1, not 2, but 5. Those who stay will be champions memberships. And here's who gets them. The real MVP, and this is not this, and this is a different one, I think, from the Kentucky fan, because this is space real space MVP. I think that's different from Kentucky fan to real MVP. But maybe not. Let me know. But I think it is. Griffin, Shimmy, the Rod Farva, Buckeye, the Rod Farva getting a membership, as is ZZM, Madamus Prime Entertainment. So 2 Buckeyes, but Wolverine knows both of them, and Blue knows both of those guys. And Tim Prangley in the house has been gifted